But it's a beautiful day. And if we're forced to go this slow on the interstate, we might as well at least enjoy the beautiful day. We successfully got all the way over to the farthest lane. Okay, I think we're going a little bit faster now. Can you use help? I never know what's perceivable on video. I mean, I try to give you like my point of view as much as I can. But sometimes the point of view shot gets tiring. But then my face gets tiring, and I'm sure you get annoyed watching me talk. I mean, I get annoyed watching me talk. I get annoyed listening to me talk. But, I'm picking apart my stand-up routine last night, and I'm trying to think about what I could have done differently to make it funnier. Is that wrong that I do that? Should I just accept like whatever it is? Because in certain ways I think that's toxic. Like, it really is nothing short of a miracle that I am doing stand-up, because I really don't like people. I really don't like going out in public. I really don't like being forced to partake in certain things that, you know, I don't think are very good for my well-being. And you know, it's like so many people talk about sex, and I guess they talk about it because they know that it's a popular thing to talk about. And so it's an easy laugh. It's a lazy laugh. How about that? It's a very, very lazy laugh. If you just talk about fucking, or you talk about some new dildo you bought, or a vibrator, or something like that, especially at the black mics, because if I say it, I sound racist, but I'm sure that black people would agree that blacks definitely have a knack for degenerate sexual behavior, okay? Apparently Margaret Sanger thought the same thing, which is why birth control exists. But anyway, I don't want to rip on anybody's comedy though. But it's weird that at the same mic that they would be obviously uncomfortable whenever anybody makes a joke about women, or, you know, states they're a misogynist or something. You know, they can't handle that. but they can handle comic after comic after comic talking about some gross sexual thing. You know? That just kind of shows you where we are as a country. And they talk about culture a lot, but I don't really think we have culture, you know? We just have trends that people follow, and they don't even understand them. And most of them these days go along with the internet garbage. I did somewhat of a bit, like the last thing I talked about was like YouTube commenters, and it didn't really work, probably because it wasn't actually funny. You're just making statements a lot of the time, you know? You really are. And I think you're realizing that. Yeah, it's taken me a long time to realize that. Like, you're making statements that people either don't agree with or they just don't understand, you know? But you definitely make people think, though. They're just utterly perplexed by, you know, your stage presence because you're very confusing. Yeah, I am confusing. Hey, you need to go faster if you're going to be in the fast lane. Okay. You hear that? Is that the music? Yeah, I think it's the music. You ever listen to something and you think it's from like the outside, but it's actually from like the inside of your car? I think that happens with me a lot. Like I have what would be referred to as auditory hallucinations, where I think I'm hearing things. And maybe I am hearing things, but they're not what I think they are. This is my favorite song in the whole album. My manager said to show up early, which means show up on time, because somebody else didn't show up today. And this person that he's referring to is on ketamine, like the majority of the time. He's already stated that he doesn't plan on living past 30. His original statement was 30. Then he lowered it to 25. This guy obviously doesn't believe in God. I feel sorry for him that it's like all he's living for is like just to get high. But how many people are doing that? It's not like he's learning anything either. You know? It's like people that you know, take an ecstasy tablet like every once in a while. They probably have a much better time than people that take ecstasy every weekend. Or even like once a month if they go to a rave or something. You know? Now, a lot of people think that you should never do drugs because drugs are bad no matter what. But it really just depends on your intentions. Like, you get exactly what you put into it, you know? Like, if you actually respect what you're doing, and this is true of everything, not just drugs, but if you look at everything like it's a drug, it'll just make so much more sense out of life. Because everything does operate like a drug in so many different ways. So if it alters your brain chemistry, or if it alters your behavior, then yeah, it kind of sort of is a drug, you know? But it's like, say you go to the gym, and you go to the gym because it helps you, not just physically, but mentally. Say you get yourself in this routine of, you know, working out. You have good intentions, you're trying to advance yourself. But say you go to the gym because you just want to be seen, and you just want to take a bunch of pictures, and you want to go on dates, and you want to show off your ass, you know? Just like people that do drugs because they want to fit in, they succumb to peer pressure, and they have a really terrible time and end up going to the hospital. Very similar. I wish that people that go to the gym would go to the hospital instead. They're just annoying. I mean, I don't go to the gym, but I know about this gym culture though. It seems very toxic. I don't know why anybody would go to the gym. If I had a gym membership, you know I'd be there at 3 a.m., you know? That's the best time to go anywhere and do anything. I don't care what anybody says. Before COVID, it was so nice because you could go grocery shopping at 2 o'clock in the morning and there would be nobody there to bother you. Nobody would be there with their kids. So you wouldn't have all these kids running around acting crazy. And you know, I like kids, but I can't believe that parents don't have a better way of like keeping their kids, I don't want to say under control, because like I don't even like saying that. But my mom had to put me on a leash, like literally. She put me on a leash because I would just take off running. And I would talk to random strangers, and she thought I was going to get kidnapped. Apparently, they won't take a kid like that, because that kid has confidence. They'll take a kid that's vulnerable. And maybe that's why people don't fuck with me. I used to think it was because of my RBF, but I don't think it's just RBF. It's resting bitch face, in case you're not familiar. Like, I look mad a lot of the time. But I'm also talking to myself. And if you're talking to yourself and, you know, laughing and there's nobody around and you look like that crazy person on the train, you know, so it's like you're not going to get fucked with. Like, most people aren't going to fuck with somebody that's obviously crazy, you know, because they're intimidated by that. And there's confidence in that crazy. And I think that that's why crazy is so stigmatized. Because, yeah, a lot of the people that are talking to themselves nonstop, I mean, I would probably guess that all of them are this way. Not just speaking for myself, but, like, we really don't give a fuck what you think. We really don't give a fuck what society thinks. I noticed that I'll be talking to myself, so I don't really have to talk to people very much in my job. I've made it that way for a reason, because stupid people are way too prevalent at restaurants. But yeah, I'll notice that there will be people in the booths and they'll be like watching me because I'm talking to myself nonstop. I'm sure they're freaked out. But it's not like they're gonna ask me a question like, who are you talking to? What are you talking about? What's so funny over there? You know? I highly doubt that they'll ever feel that comfortable. I kind of wish they would, though. But there are people at my work, specifically women. Men don't do this, it's women. Women come up to me, and this is another reason why I say I'm a misogynist, because it's just so aggravating. They have to insert themselves in every situation. So it's like, why can't you talk about this on stage? So if you say that you're a misogynist, you need to explain why. You can't just say something that's so politically incorrect that you know is going to ruffle people's feathers and not explain a logical, reasoning behind why you have this sentiment. And maybe they won't listen to it, maybe they won't care. But I think it would be a good bit anyway, because you've wanted to talk about this for a while. Yeah, I have. So yeah, what I was about to say. Yeah, I'll just be talking to myself, and then the chicks that I work with will just like walk up to me and insert themselves in my personal conversation. And that chick I work with, I told you all about her. Say she's more than likely a narcissist, though I try to give her the benefit of the doubt that she has borderline personality. But yeah, she'll always be like, what are you saying about me, Amy? Stop talking shit about me, Amy. And it's a joke, I know that it's a joke, which is why I play along. But it doesn't make it less annoying. I wish that people would just leave me alone. Usually when somebody's talking to themselves, that scares off sheep. I guess it doesn't scare off narcissists, because narcissists will always make it about them. No, you have to be talking to yourself about me. And you've been talking to yourself about me your entire life.